What's up everybody, it's Rikki here and welcome back to my channel. As you all know, I've reached 5,000 subscribers and it's a little milestone, a small little win for me. So I thought what better way to celebrate than to ask all of you what would you like me to answer. So here's my 5k subscribers questions answered. What is your favorite album of all time? My favorite album at the moment, I would say that it's Billie Eilish, Happily Ever After. No, it's Happier Than Ever. It's been mind-blowing for me. It opened up my kind of musical mind and musical eyes and ears to, what's possible in music. I mean, you may disagree with me. I know that it's a pop album, but it's a great album. You should have a listen if you haven't. Do you play any alternate tunings? If so, which ones? Honestly, I don't. The most alternate I play is just drop D. I really have not thought about any other tunings than the standard one. And of course, recently I've learned about this tuning called glam tuning. I learned it from Saint Vincent and she did that in one of her songs, Mass Seduction, I think. I think that's a really cool idea. I might try it. Glam tuning, by the way, is all the strings are tuned to one note, same note, but it's in different octaves. And because it's in different octaves and how frequencies react to each other, it creates this cool phase or chorusy effect. But yeah, I might experiment with that. What's your favorite fruit? My favorite fruit is pineapple. Who do you love the most? This is a very complicated question. I think it's hard to answer because it can be family love, it can be partner kind of romantic love, it can be friendly love, it can be brothers and sisters love. Well, what is love? Who cooks the most in the house? So basically, for me, it's, my husband cooks the most, or I just like him to cook because he's really fast. What new songs you working on? As you can see, there's this little lovely mug right here. So I am actually working on one of my new songs and I'm really excited to show you guys when it's done. So bear with me a while. Hopefully I can get it done by this year. Hopefully. Favorite effect. My favorite effect. This is such a hard question. I don't have one favorite effect, but in fact I have a couple of effects that I put together that are my favorites. For instance, I love mixing two drives, a tiny bit of chorus, delay, and reverb. I think that's like the best combination. Least favorite guitar. Honestly, I don't really have one at the moment. My least favorite guitar probably the cheapest one here that is like maybe the Mexican Telecaster in the house. A favorite guitar pose. My favorite guitar pose is I think if you see my videos or if you have seen me live, I usually do my favorite guitar pose, which is like a little to the back and kind of bend over and play. I think that gives me the most flexibility to play the high notes towards the neck. Favorite music artist recently is Saint Vincent. I love that album, Mass Seduction. I mean, I would say that my taste always change. I think it should be because you can't just stay stagnant liking one artist. I guess you have to like a bunch. I mean, there are so many music out there. There's so many great artists, so many great art, so many great music. So it's impossible to stay with one. But anyway, my favorite music artist at the moment, at this time of my life, Saint Vincent. How did you find your groove? Ooh, good question. So how did I find my groove? It depends what groove are you talking about. I actually covered this topic on my previous video, which is the 7 things that I wish I knew when I started guitar. So how did I find my groove? I think it was a long journey. It was a lot of practicing rhythm, especially. It's you just gotta listen and play a lot of other music rather than just rock music. I love SRV and I'm trying to learn to play blues. Any recommendations? If you love SRV, play his songs, really. Play all his songs if you can and learn all the licks. I don't really have any recommendations. My recommendation is just play his songs. I think Joe Bonamassa is another amazing blues artist. How he plays the guitar is just mind-blowing and amazing. What's your favorite guitar model? Again, this is like picking your favorite child, so I'm not gonna do that. I would say that any guitars that are good. You see that. You see all my guitars that I play, so I guess when I get comfortable with one guitar, I play it all the time. So what picks do you use? At the moment, I use Jazz 3 Max Grip, which is this little one right here. Is it gonna focus? Yeah. So this one. I've tried a lot of picks personally, but I think this gives me the best attack. You know, I play the best when it is like a bit like 80% new. When it's like carved a bit, you know. I wish they'd actually do like custom picks for this type of picks. Maybe one day, you know, when I'm famous enough, I guess. Which deceased guitar player would you like to duet with? That is such a good question. Duet. Honestly, I don't know any guitarist that is dead. I mean, Jimi Hendrix, Prince. I don't know. Never thought about this question. But maybe Prince. Yeah. I think Prince would be a really good person to play with. I mean, I've heard that he's a bit cocky, but you know, it's nice. It's nice to play with someone with, you know, attitude, I guess. Jimi Hendrix is probably just playing a lot of sounds. I prefer to play notes, so sorry. Who is or was your biggest influence, and are they the reason you started playing? My biggest influence, I would say that it's Joe Satriani. So I think when I was younger, like really young, like 7 or 8 years old, I think I remember seeing his live DVD that my dad plays on the TV all the time, and I think I was really inspired. It's like he was so charismatic. It's more than just the skill, like how he plays the guitar, but more than just that, he's just so charismatic. And a few years ago, I finally got a chance to watch him live, so that was like really mind-blowing, eye-opener, amazing, love it. If you went back in time, starting to learn to play, would you approach it differently and how? Yes, I covered it in a previous video, which is 7 things I wish I knew before I started guitar. Yeah, those are a few things that I think that are pretty important. I think I would benefit now if I were to work on it, but of course no regrets. I am what I am because of my past decisions, so no regrets. When did you started playing the guitar? Officially 12. And yes, that's all the questions. I hope you are slightly entertained, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye!